say
Top Billin. All right, for real, Top Billin. I was in the midst of doing a dissection on your man Robbie Oots when I was like, man, mama, there goes that man. And y'all know who I'm talking about. Yup, that boy Jalen Milroe. This kid has a chance to be outstanding. But what was that I heard? Seahawks head coach Mike Macdonald. Jalen Milroe is a QB, not Taysom Hill. He threw Taysom Hill under the bus, right? He threw Taysom Hill under the bus. But listen, as the guy who prior to said the Seattle Seahawks should draft Jalen Milroe and use him just like Taysom Hill in the interim before he becomes a starting quarterback in a couple of years or however many years, right? Maybe he never gets to be that, right? They do have Sam Darnold there, and suppose Sam Darnold hits and he's the quarterback for however many years, right? Not saying that man is not, damn, I feel bad for Taysom Hill, right? But Taysom Hill, right? So if you look at these, right, it says the way Saints used Hill was more in a tight end fullback role, sometimes taking snaps. He's going to be trained to play quarterback for us. When he's in there, he's going to be playing quarterback. But the athleticism is going to come to life when he's on the field. Now, how do you interpret that? I told you people a long time ago, if coaches and GMs and all these people are talking, don't listen. They have nothing to gain by divulging game plans and tactics before they even play an NFL game. Now, how do you interpret that? My main takeaway from him saying that is he said when he's on the field, he's admitting that he will be on the field. Now, he said in the capacity of a quarterback, but are you just going to bring him in to throw the ball? Like, what exactly would that do when you have multiple quarterbacks who can throw the ball? What differentiates him from those other guys? Would it be something like this, right? Check this out. This ends up being pretty much just an outside counter. You get the running back right here, right? Meeting with perhaps the best damn linebacker in the draft. Right there, right? A meeting of the minds right there. Pops his head off the top like Jack in the Box, tripped his break or something serious, and watch Milroe get around the corner on a defense where the entire defense was damn near drafted. That's Malachi Starks, my best pound-for-pound player in the draft. He made him whiff like something serious. He couldn't even outrun this dude with an angle. He couldn't get him on the ground with an angle. Why would you come out and disrespect Taysom Hill, throw him under the bus, right? When you have this guy who at the very least can do this for you in the interim until he becomes the actual quarterback, if he becomes the actual quarterback in the future, because obviously you'd be throwing Sam Darnold under the bus either, because I'm pretty sure he's not planning to be there just a year or two. He's planning for him to continue to play well, and then this be his team. He's just 27 years old. So why wouldn't you take a guy who can do this shit? Damn, Jalen Walker took a bad one, right? Tripped his breaker. Damn, turned all his electricity off right there, right? You know I got to see that one more time right there. Check Jalen Walker out right here. This is some physical shit. They need to put this in the playbook, if anything. Bang! Right there, Walker wasn't expecting that shit, right? Pinched him off on the edge right there, bang, right? All kinds of shit. Lucky Charms, pineapples, calypso music and shit was playing in this shit, right? He had to just take a knee, right? He took a knee for the cause right here, right? He's damn near saying a prayer. He's saying his doo-wahs. He's making salah. Come on, man. What are we doing? I mean, look at this. This guy just has a special set of skills that can get him out of trouble. But look at that, man. He's ripping hamstrings off the bone. Like, look at that, man. They're running and cannot corral this guy. This guy is making people look like they have it in park, right? He's all in fourth gear before they get to second gear. Look at that. Remember, patreon.com/Top Billin, right, for full plays. I know they're going to rip this joint up, but check that out right there. My goodness, man. I just don't know how you can see that and not have the vision to be like, man, we got to get this guy in the game somehow, some way, even when the quarterback's in the game, right? You just have a guy who has a special weapon with his legs. Why not use that to the best of your ability? Obviously, during practice and all that, you're going to be getting him quarterback reps. You're going to be teaching him. He can be the future of the team in that aspect. But, man, I don't know, man. If I was coaching the team, it would be kind of hard for me not to look at him and be like, yeah, giving them the ball, run a reverse, or throwing them a pass or something like that. Very much in the mode of Taysom Hill, or even better than that, Cordell Stewart. Everybody remembers him. He ended up still being the franchise quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? Or at least he tried to be the franchise quarterback, or he eventually got that chance. I will say that. But they used his special set of skills as well in Pittsburgh, and they did damn well using it. Even something like this. Look, he's dead to rights. Look at that. They read this perfectly, and he's still able to make a little something out of it. Look at this. Slung my man all the way to the concession stand, right? That's that strength that he has. Look at this. Right? If it wasn't for the people holding him on right there, he'd be sitting on the opposite bench, right? He'd have transferred mid-game. Mid-play, damn near, he transferred, getting slung like that by Jalen Milroe. There's nowhere for him to go with this, man. He just can run. The guy simply has those type of legs, man, that you just, like I said before, there's not too many people that I would ever compare to Lamar Jackson. He is that as an athlete, I believe, with that suddenness. How do you keep that off the field? I would want him on the field as much as possible right now. Obviously, you have wide receivers like Jackson Smith and Jigba and Cooper Kupp, Marquez Valdes-Scantling, and you have running backs like Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet and Kenny McIntosh. So there's a lot of talent on the field already, but just to add this guy in with those guys on certain plays and packages like that, not even just at the quarterback position, but have him in the game with the quarterback, there's a lot of shit you can do. Let's just say that the Seattle Seahawks have a super talented roster, and you want to maximize that, man. You want to use a guy like that, not just have him sitting back on the bench learning in practice how to be an NFL quarterback. You're going to do that anyway, but definitely make sure you put him in the game for some type of play where he's not at quarterback. If the goal is to win, doesn't matter how you win. Let that sink in.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.